Now that it's been a few weeks since the robot revolution and we've had enough time to think about Series 15's opening episode, let's rank every single opening episode from each series of New Who. Last place, it has to be Space Babies. I mean, it's literally mind-blowing that Russell T Davies and the whole team thought it would be a good idea to start a whole new era with this. It is awful. It is literally about a spaceship powered by farts, and the villain is made out of baby's snot. So yeah, this episode is awful. I hate it so much. It is completely stupid how they thought this would be a good idea for a season opener. The only good parts of Space Babies is Shooty Gatwa's acting and the relationship the 15th Doctor starts to have with Ruby Sunday. And as much as it really annoys me to have to put both of the 15th Doctor's season openers at the bottom, 14th place has to go to the Robot Revolution. It started off okay, it was fun, it was decent, it was okay-ish, and then you got to the ending where Alan, the villain, he dies and gets shrunk and gets sucked up, and the Doctor literally laughs about it and says, "Bye, Alan," and that really annoys me. The Doctor would never laugh about a villain dying. He would never laugh about his enemies being defeated. The Doctor is always either sad or serious when his enemies are defeated. He is always serious about it. He would never laugh about a person dying. And sure, I know Alan wasn't a very good person to begin with, but again, the Doctor would never laugh about anyone dying, ever. The reason this episode is so low is because that literally ruins the 15th Doctor for me. But hey, at least it's not as bad as Space Babies. And at least, so far, Shooty Gatwa's seasons have been a lot better overall than their opening episodes. Number 13, Deep Breath. The first episode of Series 8, Deep Breath is one of the most boring things I have ever seen. I do not like the Doctor's characterization, the jokes are not funny at all, and it is extremely dull. Peter Capaldi's Doctor does get better later, but I do not like him at all in this episode. In fact, the only good thing about this episode is that bit where the 11th Doctor phones Clara and begs her to accept the 12th Doctor. That bit's good, but the rest is just so boring. Number 12, Spyfall. It was fine. I mean, it does its job. It's a series opener. The first part was fine. The second part was a mess. Next. Number 11, New Earth. Now this is where it starts to get good. The previous entries were kind of crap, but from here on out, it's okay. New Earth. Kind of underrated, I guess. It's not a great choice to have the Doctor possessed for half the time when this is supposed to be his first episode of the season, but it's funny, it's okay. There's a bit of plot convenience at the end where everyone just gets cured. Don't love it, but it's definitely overhated. Number 10, the Halloween Apocalypse. I really like the Halloween Apocalypse. It's not great. There's some bits about it that aren't very interesting, but overall, it sets up Flux extremely well. It's fun. It's pretty intriguing. Dan is great. Number 9, Asylum of the Daleks. Asylum of the Daleks has a lot of cool stuff in it. I like all the Dalek lore. I love the twists. It's very interesting. There's some great ideas in there, but it has a shitload of problems as well. For example, why do the Daleks have an asylum? And why did they feel the need to create a random subplot of Amy and Rory getting divorced and then changing their mind? And it wasn't very justified, and it was very unnecessary and kind of stupid. Number 8, Rose. Now, this is the first episode of the modern era, and it's fine. It's okay. It's not the best thing ever, but it introduces Rose very well. It starts the whole new era very decently, does a good job at that. And the main thing I love about this episode is the part where Rose goes to that conspiracy theorist's place, and he shows Rose all the photos of the Doctor from the past. I love that so much. Brilliant. Some parts of it are a bit, cheesy and whatever. It's not, some parts of it, yeah, they aren't amazing, but it's fun overall, and it's very, very decent. Number 7, The Woman Who Fell to Earth. Again, this one introduces the Jodie Whittaker era exceptionally well, and it's a great jumping on point. Companions are fine in this episode. It sets up Ryan as an interesting companion, but unfortunately Ryan ended up being the worst companion ever. The villain is kind of just whatever, and I do have a few problems with this episode. I just don't like how the Doctor can just whip up a sonic screwdriver that easily in a warehouse. However, the Doctor's "I am the Doctor" speech towards the end, that is literally the biggest breath of fresh air after that awful subplot of Series 8 where the Doctor's just trying to find out who he is. So overall, The Woman Who Fell to Earth is just decent, and that's fine. Number 6, Partners in Crime. It's hilarious. It is the most funny episode in Doctor Who, and Ten and Donna are fantastic. But other than that, the story's not anything special, the plot isn't anything special, but it is very funny and a very enjoyable watch. Number 5, The Pilot. This one does have a bit more of an interesting idea, even though it's still not fantastic. Bill Potts is brilliant. I love the way the Doctor sort of works at a school, and he stays working at the school, the university, for many years. And I love how Bill is just sort of like a normal person, and she's very well written as just a likable, normal, fun person. And I love how she goes to the Doctor's lectures just because she's interested, even though she's not actually a student at the university. That is brilliant. Number 4, The Magician's Apprentice and the Witch's Familiar. I think this is one of the more underrated two-parters of Doctor Who. It's definitely one of my favourite Dalek stories. I love everything with the Doctor time travelling and contemplating whether he wants to save Davros or not. There's a lot of fun stuff with Missy and Clara, and I really like how it gives the Daleks a bit more lore. And, for example, how their word for sewer is the same as their word for graveyard, and that they can't say the word mercy. That's really interesting. Love that. Number 3, Smith and Jones. I do have a bit of bias here because it was the first episode I ever watched, but I really think it's a great story. The whole running out of air on the moon thing, the space police that look like rhinos, the Jadoon are brilliant. The Doctor is great in this episode. I love how he's kind to Martha, and I love how he tricks the villain into drinking his own blood so that the Jadoon can find out that she's actually the bad guy. And yeah, fun episode, very tense, and just a great episode of Doctor Who. Number 2, The 11th Hour. Amazing. The Doctor's speech to the Atraxi towards the end of the episode, where he reminds them that he's always been there to stop them, that is fantastic. That is the best way to get audiences hooked on a new Doctor. Brilliant. Love the whole time travel story with Amy, that she waited so long for the Doctor, but for the Doctor it was just a few minutes. Yeah, amazing introduction to the 11th Doctor, and it is such an exciting episode. And it's pretty funny too, and I love me some comedy in Doctor Who. And finally, number 1 is The Impossible Astronaut and Day of the Moon. Absolutely fantastic. It gets you hooked right away by getting the Doctor and his friends together, and you're like, oh, that's nice. Oh my gosh, the Doctor's dead, and it kills the Doctor off straight away. And then the rest of the two-parter is just full of exciting stuff. You've got the silence, and love them as a villain. Like, you only remember them if you can see them. River Song is amazing in this episode. And towards the end of the second part, I love so much the bit where the Doctor convinces the Silence to accidentally get themselves killed. That's very clever. It's so good. The whole episode is exciting. You're on the edge of your seat the whole time. Easily the best two-part opener of Doctor Who, for sure. Thanks for watching the whole video. If you liked it, I would love it if you could comment your thoughts, and obviously like and subscribe, because I am a new science fiction account posting about all things science fiction, movies and TV. So obviously Doctor Who, Torchwood, Marvel, Star Wars, Stranger Things, everything.